Hey everybody, welcome to Season 2, Episode 20 of the Microphone Insider Live Video Podcast, hosted by Jim Frank, and sitting in for Rebecca Lee tonight is our friend Jonathon from the VO Booth Besties, and as always, joined by me, Terry Briscoe. Tonight, we've got a really exciting show lined up for you. While our friend Michael Lunch Cunningham is away attending the One Voice Conference, we are honored to welcome a powerhouse in the voiceover industry, Jonathon Grant. Jonathon is the creator of VO Leads and the VOinbox, two incredible resources that are helping voice actors connect with the community, streamline their outreach, and grow their businesses in smart, effective ways. Settle in and bring your questions because it's going to be a conversation full of insight, innovation, and inspiration. So get comfortable, grab a snack, and take some notes. And welcome to the Inside.
Oh, where's our applause? There it is. No.
Yay!
There it is. Oh man, I'm still kind of discombobulated from the whole Christmas in July thing. It's still so fresh in my mind, even though we've had a show since then. But welcome to the Microphone Insider, guys. I know a lot of you will be watching this on the replay because y'all in Dallas, y'all doing OVC, and we're not. We're here for you here. We're here working hard for. Okay, what is this? Justin Bieber looks.
Just makes you toss. You gotta toss it like.
Is that how it goes?
Maybe I could do that with my beard. Will it go?
I do that with my back hair. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. So Dallas is going on One Voice Conference in Dallas. We get that. We're not there, obviously, but I think we might be having a watch party, maybe, or not really a watch party, but kind of a hang party on Saturday night. And
no FOMO of it.
Cool.
Yeah, right. But and Cunningham's going to be there. Our friend Shell's there. Malik Berger's there, and I'm going to give them the Zoom link, and maybe they'll Zoom in during the dinner, the award show, and maybe we can watch a little bit. Maybe we can hear Terry's name being announced for political. Say again.
Yours.
That's forbidden. We can't have a FaceTime from the.
Oh, really?
Conference. No. Well, I mean, we could sneak it, but.
Well, I mean, we won't FaceTime. We'll just Zoom. Loophole. No?
I mean, okay. We're not getting the dinner, but I think the experience is supposed to be contained to that room.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to wait and get texts, I guess.
Like, if Jen Greenfield wins, Emma O'Neill is going to do her acceptance speech.
You can do that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, because she figured that Emma was one of the only people who would drop the F-bomb appropriately for her.
Sounds about right.
Wait a minute. I should have put the F-bomb in my acceptance speech in case I was
You should have.
Wow. I was very conservative, very, very laid back, very restraintful. Is that a word? Restraintful?
It's not, but now it is.
Restrained? Yeah. I like restraintful. Yeah. I was very restraintful in filling. I held back and at one point I had nothing to say, which is, so much like me. All right. Anywho, let's see what's shaking here. Let's talk about this before we go any further, because this is a big situation happening in our community with our dear friend Liz Atherton, one of the original OGs. Actually, she was our very first guest on TMI way back in whatever it was, 2023. 23? 22?
I think it was 23.
Anyhow, she was the first guest, and she's always been a huge supporter and fan of the Microphone Insider. We're not doing anything specifically here yet, and I say yet because there's a lot of things happening right now, and we don't want to muddy the waters. We don't want to overshadow or be overshadowed by any means to hopefully optimize everything and help Liz out, because she's always been an advocate for the voiceover community and a real fun person to have tequila shots with in Dallas. So, so Liz needs to get better. So, Jen, you guys over at the VO Booth Besties are putting on this incredible event, and I'm going to, even though we love seeing your face, I'm going to
Take in VOBoothBesties.com, and all the
for a
information
second.
is right there.
I am so sorry. Thank you, Tony, by the way. I'm going to have you do that again. Evidently, when I went to this screen, it muted you and I. I just noticed it now. So yeah, that was a great dry run. And in true TMI fashion, we're going to take a second take on that one, and probably make that the one that we send. Okay, so anyhow, let's go back and talk about Liz
you don't
Atherton.
Want an ABC on this?
No, I just want an AA. No, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Let's just go live with this right now. We're talking about a great benefit for Liz Atherton, the original OG of TMI and the Queen Bee. So, Jen, again, with VO Booth Besties, you guys are putting on your Love for Liz Besties benefit, and you're going to tell us all about it, this time with the microphones turned on.
All right. Well, this time will be even better because I've already gone through it once. So the Booth Besties are having a bestie benefit for Liz Atherton. It's called Love for Liz. It's coming up this Tuesday, August 26th, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. We are doing the first hour of live audition feedback with our guests Kim Herden, Jim Kennelly, Brandon Marks, and Suzanne Spaziani. You can partake in the audition feedback by filling out a form. It's $25 per script. You can do one, you can do all of them, but it's $25 each. You will find that registration on VOboothbesties.com. We are raffling off a ton of amazing items. Raffle tickets are $10 each or 6 for $50. You can find the Venmo and PayPal links for all of these things at VOboothbesties.com. So some of the raffle items include coaching with a variety of fantastic coaches in the industry. We've got a couple Canva instruction classes, a few demo reviews with Portia Scott. We've got a couple custom LinkedIn banners to give away. We are doing a live popcast with the amazing Lance Kistler.
Hey guys.
5 seats. Hey guys, it's Lance. Thanks for being here. He's the best. He was.
Lance is great.
I've done directed sessions with him
sweet.
And it's so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's given us 5 seats, and that will be a live podcast with the besties. We've got public speaking coaching. We've got classes with Livo. We've got audit seats for the TMI workshop with Kristen Paiva, and the raffle items are still coming in. So that is a growing list, and $10 for any of those things is like, forget about it. But one of the coolest things that we're doing is we are also auctioning off items. So there will be people bidding in the chat as the event goes on. We're auctioning off a Dream Team demo, a JMC demo, a UVT coaching demo, that's Terry Daniel. Brandon Keener is giving us an IVR demo. Tina Marasco's library, which is amazing and constantly updated. It's like having her in your booth with you. It's such a great library. We are also giving away 2 tickets to Get Out of Your Booth 2026, because that's a thing that's officially happening. We have a ticket for... Thank you very much. We have a ticket for VO Atlanta 2026 and a ticket for Evocation 2025. And, drum roll please, don't know if you have a drum roll effect.
Of course we do.
Thank you. We are also auctioning off a Roswell MK87 mic. So, yeah, buddy. I know I threw a lot at you. So you can find all of the information at VOboothbesties.com. You will find Venmo and PayPal links for the raffle items, for the live audition feedback, and all of the auction items are listed on there. If you have any questions, feel free to drop an email or a message to me, Jen Greenfield, or Alicia Bake.
There you go.
And you have to register for the Zoom. There is a link to register for the Zoom, and that will automatically generate the link and send it to you. You do have to be present to win. So if you buy raffle tickets, make sure you get your Zoom link.
All right. Sounds good. And of course, we'll be posting that on the TMI Facebook page and all of our social medias. And Jen, you'll be posting updates and things as they go, as we get closer to the 26th. By all means, use us, abuse us. Just don't lose us. That's all.
Thank you.
That's actually my prom slogan back in the day. But anyhow, sorry. That's Jim. Stop it. Sorry. Okay, let's get back to this. I can't control him sometimes. I apologize, guys. I really do. Hey, Mike's not here. Or is he?
Oh.
Yes.
You can too. His friends are his reason to bring food to you. Chef Briscoe Power, bringing dinner to yours and mine.
I love the mine. Hold on, Terry.
And now he's a talking sandwich, which is kind of ironic.
Yes, Mike Cunningham and cheese, we call him now.
And sometimes he's even a toasted cheese.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably tonight he'll be a toasted cheese, without a doubt.
Right about now.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. All right, Terry, what do we, man, we've gone from throwing popsicles into blenders with booze to some crazy stuff that you've made, and now are we down to just 2 items?
2 ingredients. 2, ladies
2
and
ingredient
gentlemen.
Terry, we're going to call you from now on.
I like it. I like
Right.
it. So you're not going to believe this, but this is a real, actual thing that I found. I saw this on Instagram. No, one of my students sent me this recipe, and I was like, there's no damn way this works. I was like, I have to try it. I was like, okay. And this is 2 ingredient ice cream bread. So your ingredients are simple as this. You need 2 pints of the ice cream of your choice. I mixed 2. And you need 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. And that's the whole ingredient list. So all you do is gather all of those ingredients, all 2 of them. You preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You grease and flour an 8x4-inch loaf pan. Mix that ice cream and flour together and spread it evenly in a loaf pan and bake it for 45 to 50 minutes. And it looks like that when you're done.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Wow.
And it is delicious.
Wow. I'm thinking maybe
Yes.
some chunky monkey
Crazy.
ice cream.
Oh my God.
Little
Yes.
banana ice
Rocky
cream
roll,
bread.
baby.
Yeah.
Rocky roll.
Get those
Yeah.
chocolate chips in there.
Wow.
Interesting.
I use brown bourbon butter ice cream
Okay.
and chocolate almonds and chocolate Swiss almond, I think.
I thought I saw some English toffee thing in there or something. Is that
Oh
what
no,
it was?
you're right. It was English toffee. It was
Is that what
English
it
toffee.
was?
You're right. Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, brown butter bourbon and English toffee caramel. And that's it, huh?
Wow.
I guess the key is
That's
the
all.
self-rising flour, I guess would be the key, right?
And all the other ingredients are in the ice cream naturally.
Yeah, think about it. Your milk, your eggs, your sugar, all that stuff is naturally in there, which is
It's all there, and it's crazy.
kidding.
So literally, the only other thing you need is butter to like butter the top. That's it.
Dude.
And it was amazing. Yeah,
it's getting easier and easier, isn't it?
that is the goal. Because if Terry can cook it,
You
you
can
can too.
I'm actually
Because one
down-
thing Terry does not do is bake. I don't bake. So
Well-
that I can make this. It's very easy to do if I can make it.
I got you beat, dude. I've got 1 ingredient coffee cake. You take coffee cake.
That's it.
That's it.
You need your own theme song.
You just take some coffee cake. That's all. That's all. We should hear it one more time just for Mike.
If Terry can cook it, you can too. His friends are his reason to bring food to you. Chef Briscoe Power, bringing dinner to yours and mine.
You know, it's his own fault for sending the pictures when I asked. That's all I'm saying. I mean, hey, Mike, do me a favor and sing a song about Chef Terry when you're drunk and take some pictures too. Okay.
Immortalized forever.
Ever.
Ever.
I am never getting rid of that. Never getting rid of that clip. All right, listen, we have a great guest coming up with us that Terry and I have had some interaction with just in the past couple weeks. Believe it or not, Terry, my sequence started today. I started getting my information today. So why don't you give a nice little, do I even have you here as a Terry-only situation? Probably not. Okay, you're
Where's my
going to be
camera?
Mike Cunningham for right now.
I'll
How's
be
that?
Mike Cunningham.
All
I
right.
got an upgrade today.
I can't.
All right,
you know
y'all.
what? I can't even put your picture in there for some reason. It's all locked
okay,
up
they
and
know-
stuff. You know
They
what?
know what I look like.
We'll just do this one more time. That's all.
If Terry can cook it, you can too. His friends are his reason to bring food to you. Chef Briscoe Power, bringing dinner to yours and mine.
If we don't get that in at least twice a show, we're not doing our job correctly. So, Terry, why don't you give an intro for our guests on this makeshift thing of TMI this week?
We're just flying by the seat of our pants here,
We
ladies
really
and
are.
gentlemen. But let me tell you, tonight's guest is a voice actor who understands the craft, an entrepreneur who's built multiple businesses from the ground up, and a developer who builds tools that he actually uses himself. Every product he creates, from curated lead systems to full managed outreach, is designed to save time, reduce friction, and help other pros land work. With years as a C-suite senior executive, experience working with both private equity and public companies, he knows how to build for scale, but still actually writes the code. Whether it's job sites, dating apps, weather tools, or code engine emails for voiceover talent, he builds platforms to connect people with real opportunities. Please welcome tonight's guest to the inside, Jonathon Grant!
Hey guys,
Glad to have you,
I
John.
hope I can live up to all that.
Yeah, Terry is the hype man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about VOinbox because I know I hate marketing. I'm not a big fan.
Same.
You know, it's yeah, but it's the remarketing, I guess, is what gets me all the time, is the having to try to figure out to when to talk to somebody again, to reach out, and to remember to do it, and try to feel not like you're being a pain in the ass.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of people struggle with the first step, which is just the intro email. Just saying hi. And then the follow-up sequence is difficult because it's hard. We're lazy. We're afraid of rejection. It just doesn't happen. Or we don't know when or even what to say. So I ended up designing a system that kind of walks us through all those steps.
And that system is the VOinbox, which
Right.
it pretty much sets up sequences. Why don't you tell the story about what you do, because we've only talked twice about it maybe, and
All right.
I'm not an expert by any means.
Well, let's do that. So VOinbox was created for working professional voice talent. So if you're a newbie, this isn't for you, okay? And it's not a no, it's just not yet, and we can point you to resources to get you coaching and get your audio sorted and all that. So the idea with VOinbox is that we let pro-level talent spend more time on their mic than digging in their inbox and through Google looking for leads. So what we do is we actually source the leads for you. We add those to your campaign. We send the email and the follow-up for you on a schedule in a sequence, which is what Jim was talking about earlier. So we manage that entire process for you. So your only responsibility in the entire process is writing your templates that go with your sequence.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is all new to me. That's amazing.
But even that can be tough. I mean, what do you say? How do you say? What's too much? What's not enough? What's going to make them say next?
So there are two schools of thought on cold email marketing and how it should be formatted. And there's truth in both of these approaches. So if you're there doing one-off emails to individuals, of course you want to customize those emails. You want to see how much you can learn about the people that you're targeting and kind of personalize each message. But then when you get to something that is done at massive scale, like we're doing, bulk, balanced, but we're not flooding the same people.
Right.
But in that scenario, you can maybe customize it with the recipient's name, maybe work their company name in there. But there's really 6 bullets that you want to focus on. You want to say hi and call them by name. You want to tell them why you're reaching out, what it is that you do, and where they can hear your demos, and then just tell them, hey, I hope you guys crush it this week. See ya. Simple text, signature line with maybe a link to your website, maybe a Source Connect ID. Simple.
So
Because
in
you're
and
not
out.
Yeah, in and out. Just get in and get out of there. These guys are getting a lot of email. I mean, everybody and their brother is teaching everybody in voiceover right now how to do direct marketing. And, there's this program and that program. And you can pay to learn here and you can pay to learn there. We're going to give you 6 bullets to make sure that you build into your template. And then we're going to mail it for you through email addresses that we provide so that we can protect your working email. And we manage those addresses as well.
Now, when you say emails that you provide, is there any identification as to my name within that email?
Yeah.
Address?
So yours, I set that up for you so I remember what it was. It was Super Stallion on the slip
You
and
got my
slide.
memo. Good.
Yeah.
You've been
so-
reading the bathroom walls. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No.
Super
so it's-
Stallion number 1.
Yeah.
No, it goes out in your name. So it would be jim.frank at legitvoices.com.net.org, or we have
Gotcha.
multiple anything that makes us sound professional, legit VO
Cool.
leaders, things of that nature. So, and we manage those for you, so you don't have to mess with that. So in the process, because we also track the metrics through each of those accounts in real time. So we know when something was delivered, we know when it was opened. Open's not a real reliable metric, but we know when it was opened, we know how many times it was opened, we know if they click through to your website, if they unsubscribe, if they bounce, there's a few other things in there, and then when the campaign is completed, so, and that's per lead. So we track all that stuff in real time. If you guys had a chance to look at your campaigns that I think both of yours started this week, you'd be able to see all that activity happening.
Yeah.
So when replies come in, we forward those to your work email. Okay. That way we're removed from the conversation. That's your prospect. That's your potential client. Now you're having a conversation with them, right? And then the system will automatically, if a reply comes in, the system will automatically shut off the campaign for them. So now it's on you to nurture that relationship. Typically you'll hear something like, "Hey Terry, I heard your demos. Man, that's good stuff. We added you to our roster. Could you send us your rate sheet," or something like that? Or, you might hear nothing, because that's the nature of cold email.
Yeah, exactly.
If you've been doing direct marketing for any amount of time, you know that there's a lot of crickets. There's a lot of quiet time. So what we do is basically the same. Exactly right. So all we're doing is exactly what you do. We source the leads, except that we can do that at a massive scale. I wrote the algorithms and the crawlers that go get that information. So we know how hard that is. And we're doing exactly what you do, except that we're able to do it at scale and manage it for you. So that leaves you time for, maybe you have a pay job. Maybe you're already booking so much work you're too busy to do it. Maybe you just hate it, and you want to pay somebody else to do it. What I mean? There's all kinds of different reasons why people do it, because they know they need to.
Oh yeah, and it's. I feel like I'm intruding on people. I feel like I'm bothering them. But I mean, if that's what their job is and that's what they do, I've said it before and I'll say it again. And it's not who you know; it's who knows you. I mean, so
Right.
For these people to hear who you are, for these people to know that you do this job, you have to knock on their doors. You have to say hello.
Yeah, that's right. And there are some basic truths in marketing, and marketing is about being seen and being heard. And you're not going to be seen and you're not going to be heard if you don't put yourself out there in front of these folks. And what a lot of people are afraid of is rejection. But another simple truth is that this is B2B, okay? You're not spamming somebody about, "Hey, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty." It's not like that. These people buy voiceover and we sell voiceover. Right. And instead of having to go out and search for voice talent and post their jobs on the platforms or the freelance sites, they've got voice talent falling out of the sky right into their lap. And we haven't had, I'll tell you this, we're crowding 60,000 messages sent through the system so far. And we've had, to date, well, now we're up to 12 unsubscribes. 12, a dozen.
A dozen.
Unsubscribes.
Wow.
No nasty grams, no mean replies, nothing like that is happening. Now they don't necessarily respond and reply. We've seen a trend, and I think it's because the volume of cold email that's going out from folks now, is going up. We're seeing opens, we're seeing a ton of click-throughs. So we've seen the click-through rate kind of go up, and then we've seen the reply rate kind of come down a little bit. My first 3 jobs this year were all from, I had never heard from these people before. They all came in the same week. It was a email with a script attached for me to read and offer a quote from email I had sent last February
Yeah, exactly.
2023.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten them with 2 years old. So they're not always going to tell you that they added you to their roster. And if they don't reply, still open for email.
So
Okay.
can you explain the open versus click rate scenario? Because you warned me when we had our meeting that it's like you could watch it and then lose your day, like
He
sitting there
did.
just watching
He did.
clicks go up. He did, and I was
I
like,
warned you. I
sure.
told
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah. He
I
And
shared
then
his
today,
screen and he sucked my day up too for a while. It's like, look at it
Dude,
go
check it
again.
out.
It's doing it
so,
again.
so this morning, my sequence has only been live for about a week now. And this morning, my email got sent out. It clicked, one person clicked on it, and then I went back about 30 minutes later, and it was 5. And then I went back, I was like, there's no way it's that fast. And I was like, all right, I'm going back an hour later. And I went back an hour later, and it was 9. And now it's up to 11, and this is day 1.
Okay.
So is that a good thing?
Well,
obviously,
that sounds. What that sounds like is that you have more than one link in your template for one thing. You know, in that whatever that first template is, and our system is pretty smart, but it's not smart enough to distinguish which link was being clicked. So if you have more than one link in your email, every time one is clicked, it counts all of them. But to have multiple clicks typically means they listened to it, they got interrupted, they came back and listened again, they passed it to somebody else in the studio or the production house. In fact, we have one guy, it got passed all around. We could see it in the metrics. He's actually working for 3 different genres at the same production house, 3 different producers. They passed it around in there. So
nice.
That's a cool story. I haven't seen a lot of that, but that's one of the explanations for you. On opens is one of the worst metrics. And now, if you're going to sit there and obsess over it, pretty soon you'll be able to figure out which ones are human or not. But just about everything sent to the Gmail platform or G Suite, so that would be Google Workspaces or Gmail, appears to have been opened. And I think that's because of how they scan it, for viruses and whatnot, or for spam. It makes it look like it was opened.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but if you see opens with clicks, that's a really good indication that the right person got your message. They opened it, they read it, and they clicked through to your website. So as far as we're concerned, and me personally, I think that's a win. That's a huge indication that you're getting to the right folks.
Mine started today.
Delete, yeah.
Mine started today, just so you know. And 24 went out. 12 were opened. 12 were clicked. 1 bounced. Let's talk about what happens when something bounces.
So
I already see what happened because I already see the little tag on there. But go ahead.
So this is something that nobody else does. So if you send an email and it bounces, we call the cops on you.
Yeah, exactly. They're at the door now.
So it's like
God, I had to hide all my gummies.
Yeah. No. So we're the only service that I'm aware of that when an email bounces that we've provided you, we replace that for free. Because here's the thing, we can't guarantee you results. That'd be dishonest, right? I mean, you might be horrible to work with, or you might not be able to deliver the goods that are in your demo, right? So there's all kinds of things. They might not have work that matches your voice print. So we can't guarantee you results. What we can guarantee you, and it's kind of in our name, we can get deliverable email into their inbox.
Oh,
and that's what we guarantee. So that's why we replace bounces. So what ends up happening is the system automatically detects a bounce, and if it's a fatal bounce, we take it out of your campaign. But we go even farther. We bounce that in every campaign in the system and credit everyone for that.
That's nice.
Oh, I didn't know you credited everyone. That's great.
You have other voice actors that are doing this, that are continually vetting things for you.
Sure.
On this bounce note, and let's say it bounces on the 3rd step of the sequence. A 3rd step meaning we send out the initial email. 30 days later it goes out. 90 days later it goes out. What if on that 90 days later, rose gold bounces at that point?
Replace for free.
And it starts fresh on that day?
You'll get a brand new email address, a brand new lead with however many steps you have in your sequence.
Okay. Jen, you had a question.
I have several questions, but
fire away. That's what you're here for. I don't want to talk today. Yeah, ask your questions.
So how is it structured? Are there tiers with number of emails sent per month or per week?
Yes. Yeah. So Yeah, so we have 3 tiers on the site, and if you visit the homepage of VOinbox.com, we delineate those there and what's included with each one. So we have a starter plan, which gives you 50 fresh leads in your campaign every month. It's
Okay.
subscription based. And then the advanced plan gives you 100 fresh leads in your campaign every month. So just following the sequence, it's a math thing. And I'd like to explain how this works briefly, if I don't go off the rails and confuse anyone. So the way that this
Too
works
late.
yeah.
Have you heard the show yet? I mean, the first 34 minutes have been confusing.
Well, I like Jell-O. No.
I love Jell-O. You've got Jell-O?
2 ingredients, powder and water.
That's it. A little hot, a little heat. Yeah. So what happens? Let's just use the advanced plan. So we're adding 100 fresh leads to your campaign every month,
Right.
and the send sequence on that is day 0, the current month. It'll send within that 30-day block. So we send those out. 30 days later, we'll send the first follow-up. 90 days later, we'll send another follow-up. Okay, and I think that one has 4 right now.
Yeah, the 90 days
And
after that,
I'm going to let a
follow-up.
cat out of the bag here.
Yeah,
When we hit our 12-month milestone,
I know about this.
every campaign is going to go to 5 touches per contact.
Wow.
Per lead.
But here's the thing. Every month you get another 100 added. So at the end of like 7 months, you've got 700 leads that are still going to be going out and out. And even if you cancel, explain that, because say if after 5 months I'm not in this anymore, what happens?
So you just mentioned 2 different things. So
course.
the campaign continues to receive leads, and it's just math. So at month 11, your campaign will be what we call mature. Okay, so you'll be sending at that point on an advanced plan, you'll be sending 500 email messages per month through your campaign. Once the step 5 ends for the first grouping, they fall off, and the next 500 come in, or the next 100 rather come in.
Right.
So within a year, you always have 1,200 leads working in your campaign, cycling through.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and there's a reason I'll explain in a minute about why we balance it that way. But the other thing is, if you cancel, everything in the queue that hasn't gone out yet will still send, and replies will still be sent to you, so you don't lose anything. And all of our subscriptions, by the way, are month to month. We designed it so that, and we see this. I tried to design this in a way that matches us in voiceover. We have slow times. Maybe our voice isn't really in demand right now. We have things that life takes over. Many reasons why you can't do it for now. We have had people downgrade. We've had people upgrade. We've had people exit. We've had them come back already. I mean, we're in month 8 right now since it launched. So we've designed this thing so that we can accommodate you no matter what your situation is.
So you can go on vacation for 2 months and come back and things are still working, and it will eventually be a 2-month gap somewhere. But with them being spaced out so far between, I mean, like if for some reason, like for instance, I'm going in for surgery at some point. If I need to take a month off because I'm not making any money, it's still working for me.
Right.
And I'm able to jump right back into it again if that was the case.
Right. Whatever's in the queue is going to finish.
That's awesome. That's great.
So we don't, some of just about every feature that I've built into this thing has been an answer to something I have seen somewhere where voice talent was being taken advantage of.
Right.
So we made sure that, and it's transparent too. We'll show you everything except the algorithm for how we get the leads. We'll show you.
Can you explain how the VO inbox ties into the VO leads as well?
Sure. So VO leads is a whole nother discussion, but that's a self-service website that is filled with the same leads actually that we have at VO Inbox. That's where we source them for VO Inbox. So it's a massive database of likely VO buyers that you go on that platform. You can go through and dig for those yourself. Okay, and we actually let you go and visit the website of every single lead in our system before you unlock it with one of your credits. That one's credit based, so you buy credits and you trade. 1 credit equals 1 lead. And excuse me. So over there, we also offer tools for tracking lead to prospect to client. You can track your bookings, you can track your auditions, It's not as advanced as like what Danny States has at Voice Overview, but it's some basic user tools to keep track of your leads and where you're at. Not quite a CRM, just basic tools. And those
But
tools
we're working
are
on
free.
that, right?
What's that?
We're working on a CRM, right?
There's been some rumors
I've
kicking
heard.
around
Yeah,
that
just
there
throwing it
might
out
be
there.
I know a guy.
I know a
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been talking some smack about it. So, but anyhow, those tools are free over there, and your VOinbox account is tied to
I'm sorry. What did you say? Those tools are what?
Those tools are free for anybody in VoiceOver that meets our criteria. You guys know this is pro level, which means I listen to a ton of demos and review a ton of websites.
I'm
Because
sorry.
Every single person that comes into our system has to be vetted for pro. You have to be a pro.
Right.
You know, and we want you. We don't want you wasting your time and your treasure on something that's not going to work for you immediately. You know, we'd rather see you spend that on your demos, on your recording space, on some coaching, so that you're ready to do direct marketing. Because otherwise, if we just throw the doors open and let everybody in, you'll be mad at me. Because hey, this doesn't work.
Then you're as swamped as a P2P.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
the competition there is just okay.
Yeah.
So I love Danny and I love her CRM, but for me, I'm 18 years into this business. So for me to go back and retroactively use a CRM like hers or Nimble or any of those, it's so time consuming. I've just never done it. I've tried it and I can't put the time in. So is there a way in your system? I'm also terrible at following up with old clients. Is there a way for me to import my client emails into your system and have you send those out as a campaign to get back in touch with people?
Not yet, but that's in the development schedule.
You might know
Awesome.
a guy.
So what we're looking at right now, and I refuse to give a timeline because I'll just make you
Smart.
mad. You know, but
Oh yeah.
that's something that we get asked a lot, and you know the truth is I always say we, so we sound huge. There's only 4 of us, you know, but and I'm we when it comes to the decisions, but we didn't want to have a CRM. That's not something that we had planned. I wrote software a year ago in June that can connect to any mail server, SMTP server, so that we could send from your email accounts instead of mine. That's done. That works. That's been tested across all the common mail platforms. We would only, just a caveat on that, we would only do that through your email. So you'd have to have a clean list. We may have the following things coming. We may have an email deliverability validation system coming for you to double check all of your email addresses, make sure they're valid. We'll be able to tell you their SMTP host, if it's deliverable, if it's a catch-all. You know, that's something that's coming, but that's way down the road. But back to VO Leads, the whole idea with VO Leads is it's self-service. We gave some free tools there. That's the loss leader to make it sticky, you know, so folks would use it. Some of those features are going to be pulled over to VOinbox, because if you see all these people clicking your links to your website, it would be a good idea for you to reach out to them and on LinkedIn. And we have the LinkedIn profile for 100% of our leads. So
Let me take. Can you go into people who may think like, oh my God, it's going to be 500 emails? How you're keeping that from being flagged as spam? Make sure people understand that.
yeah, it's technical. If you don't mind me nerding out, I'll tell you exactly how we do it.
You got 5 minutes.
Nerd quickly.
So here's how it works. I own the server. Okay. I own the mail servers. Currently we have 9 email servers. 6 of those are online. We'll have 12 email servers by the end of the year. And so what we do a couple things, and I'm going to give away some trade secrets here. We balance that email. So we'll give you, let's say if you're on an advanced plan, we're going to give you 3 email addresses, and then we're going to spread the send across those email addresses. There's 200 and we're at 270 weekdays in a year, so is that 20.7 per month on average. So what we do is we know how many we need to send per email address per day, and we spread that across that entire time frame. And that way, you might be sending in one day on our biggest plan, you might send 24 emails. That's invisible. Nobody can see that. So that's the quickest answer. There's a whole lot more to that, that's happening, but that's how we balance it across all those campaigns as well. Just so you know, the server can send, my job site can send 16,000 emails a minute. But
Wow.
that one's
Wow.
listed with Google for 25 years. But that's the short and sweet. That's the best answer I should give.
Now, when you send them out and you have all this time, you're not sending them out Sunday morning at 8 a.m., are you?
No, not at all. In fact,
All right.
we balance this across. So that's why I went into weekdays only. There's only 270 days a year that we can email. So we do
Right.
Monday through Friday. We start at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We float it across time zones, and we end at 7 p.m. Pacific. And if we don't have we have, for 99% of our leads, we actually have their lat long, let alone their time zone and all that. So we know,
Right.
and we can balance that across the system. So, and that's my nerdy weather days, tracking hurricanes. I'm like, hey, let's pinpoint these leads.
Now,
Speaking of weird things, dating app.
Listen, it was a Jewish dating app. I'm a happily married Judeo-Christian. I'm not Jewish, but it was a good opportunity. I mean, and again, connecting people to opportunity. That's the through line. So,
Jim?
we should have a TMI dating app. That might be interesting, huh?
No,
Yeah.
we should not.
No.
A lot of swipe left. A lot of swipe left. A lot of swipe left. So I know that you mentioned it, and you kind of brushed over it kind of quickly. So I just want to clarify: at the end of the campaign, at the end of of step 5, and you're done with me. I get to keep all those leads.
no, I'm done with you. No, of course you can.
This guy's
Of course
learning.
you
He's learning quick. So
Of
yeah.
course. No, here's the thing. The day that those leads, that next 100 or what have you, is added to your campaign, you can download the data that day. I mean, don't email them. We give you
Right,
the
'cause
data
you're doing
with
that,
up to
right.
15 data points. Here's what we have. This is from memory, so bear with me. Company name, address, city, state, zip, phone number if we have it. The contact name, first name, last name, city, state, zip, their business email address, 100% our business email address, their LinkedIn profile, 100% are, well, that's not true anymore because I noticed 2 that we don't have them for anymore.
Right.
So all but 2
Oh, well, that's all up.
have their LinkedIn profile, their company website, the company LinkedIn profile, and then whatever other social media stuff we could find on their website is in there. So, like, for instance, companies, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
Right.
things like that. So we give you the access to that, and you can download that in CSV or XLS file. It's instantaneous. It's just a one click and it's done. Match those columns up to your CRM and ingest that thing. You're done.
It is amazing. I have been obsessed with it this week, going through, and it's amazing that you can just click one button and it takes you everywhere that you want to go.
I can't tell you how hard it was to make it that easy.
Yeah, no.
Well,
The
thank you.
information is great. It really is. Now, are there any thoughts or provisions being made to extend the campaigns longer?
Yeah. So the things that
Like,
the things
or
that
an
we-
option, like if I wanted to, take my leads 10 touches.
Well, we're dealing with some math issues here. And what we were
like
trying to do.
compounding too.
Yeah. So what we were trying to do is get you the fresh 5 touches up front.
Right.
If you touch, I'm on 76 rosters now through this system, and that's taken a
Wow.
long time.
Yeah.
That's taken a very long time to accomplish. It doesn't happen overnight.
When you say very long time, what do you mean? What are we talking?
Well, I created this
It's 1992.
almost 24 months ago. It's been a long time.
That's not that long for 76 rosters. That's not that long.
No, but that's
Yeah.
thousands of emails. That's
Yeah.
thousands and
But you're
thousands.
doing all that emailing, so it's okay. I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's the thing: the system can only balance so much. I mean, I don't want to have a server farm out there so that we can continue doing the follow up. I'd rather see, if you've already touched them 5 times in 12 months, it might be time to take that to a drip campaign somewhere else.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
what we're trying to do is, and not even trying, we do it. We get you into their inbox, and we can do that 5 times. They've looked at it. It's time to replace that with a fresh one, because we always want fresh data in your campaign. And speaking of fresh data, we just added 2 weeks ago. We just added another almost 1,000 fresh leads to the system.
Oh, great.
VOinbox folks get that first.
Oh,
So
nice.
the new data gets added into your campaigns. The program prefers new first.
Right.
So it'll take a while to get through all those, and we've got another 5,000 in the pipe. And
Now,
it just-
there has to be a cap, I would think, as to how many people you can do this for. I mean, as much as you
there's
probably,
not- so there is a cap that I've placed on it, and I placed this cap strategically, not financially, not for no other reason than I only want to have 100 people using VOinbox. We're at 33 as of today, and the only marketing we've done is word of mouth and podcasts. You haven't seen a bunch of ads and junk email, from us. You might soon, but you haven't seen.
I know
seen
this
that from us.
plan called VOinbox. You might be able to use
Maybe
that to
a
get the
server
word out. Yeah.
We could
You'll have
probably-
35 tomorrow.
He has 33, so 34.
Okay, then I'm 34.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just throw this in real quick. When you do that, if you were to enter in the TMI code, you'll get an extra 25 leads your first month.
Yeah, there's a referral code. It's just TMI, and it's so hard to register. I think there's 6 fields. To
Yeah.
get your account set up. So if you put in TMI in the referral code and then tab out of there, it'll confirm it for you that it's a good code.
Right. Because you can
And then
sign
you
up
get-
for it prior to and then go back and make your decision as to what you want to do. For instance, I signed up on a Sunday and I finally committed, I think on a Thursday or something, just because my time, I forget to do stuff is what happens. Terry will tell you.
Reasons.
Yeah.
I committed on a Monday.
He did. He committed.
Yeah,
I
he
committed.
did.
Yeah, he did. I was Wednesday. Yeah, I was 2 days later afterwards. But yeah.
Well, maybe we should touch on that process and what that looks like.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
Yeah,
we vet everybody in for both platforms, and we're just talking about VOinbox for now. So what happens is you'd register, you put your code in there, and then we go to your website and we listen to your demos. What we're looking for is we're looking for a solid VO performance on a professionally produced demo, free of background noise and artifacts. We don't want to hear airplanes going over, or the water cooler in your gaming system that you have on your kitchen table with next to your mic. We've heard it all at this point. So it's got to be a pro demo, and your demos need to be on your website, the first thing that folks see, or you can link to a page on your website for your demos. That's fine. And then you're approved, right? And if you're not approved, it's not a no, it's a not yet, because we're not picking winners and losers here. We just want you to be ready to do direct marketing, because you only get one shot at a first impression, right? So what happens is if we decline your registration, we're going to give you some links to some vetted, trusted voiceover services for coaching, for audio. It could be George Whittam. It could be Nancy Wolfson for coaching. Could be all. We have a full list of folks, and we provide that to folks. But then let's say you got approved. Once you're approved, that turns on your ability to make a purchase, because we don't let people just come in willy-nilly and make a purchase, and then we deny them, and then we have to refund them, and then they're mad at me, and I blame Terry.
Damn, Terry.
It's always
something
Terry's
like
fault.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the process, and then once your account is approved, you can choose a subscription level.
Right.
Once you choose a subscription level, that triggers the creation of your campaign. Once your campaign is created, you can go in and work on your templates and that, because we're going to create the email addresses for you. We put those into a warming pool. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks for those to warm up and build a good sender score.
Right.
Okay, which both of you guys landed. It was early for you. You landed in the high 90s in about 12 days. So, but anyhow, it takes some time because you have to have a warmed address. So We've had them take 3 weeks though too, so that's why I always say 2 to 3 weeks. So that gives you plenty of time to write your templates. We do not provide the templates. We're not going to write that for you. We will review them for grammar, punctuation. You can't write "Gone with the Wind" about what you do in voiceover. You know, you want to have short and sweet for this kind of stuff.
Now, Tabs just asked, so I have to write my own emails, right? Yes, but you're only writing one email for the first step, second email for the second step. You're not writing individual emails like, "I went to your website and I really love what you did." This is This is the mass marketing. This is short, sweet. Could you just go? She got here late to the party. Could you just go over that email real quick?
Yeah, so in the advanced plan, that's the one. That's the only one I memorized. So in the advanced plan, you get 4 templates currently. That's going to be going to 5 sometime near the end of the year. But the you would write template number 1 is for step 1 in your sequence. And you hear people talk about sequence, and they're like, "What's a sequence?" The sequence is just the order that you're sending these steps out to someone. So the advanced plan gets 4 touches, right? So step 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you have a separate template available for each one of those steps,
right?
For your whole campaign,
not for each individual client or touch.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned 5. Someone like myself who just started now, I will still be in my first cycle of things. Does that mean that when this goes, that I will start doing 5 with these people?
It will automatically catch up and send 5.
So there's no reason to hold back to sign up, thinking that in 3 months I can get 5 steps instead of 4 because
that would be madness because we'll be full. Yeah. And also, I put it just for you, Jim. I put in my calendar, remind Jim to update his templates.
So,
you
might have a full-time job here. So.
Oh no, I'll automate that. I'll be like, I need a system here that's going to remind Jim.
Tell me about it. No, really, tell me about it. I need a system too. Seriously. God, who thought all those gummies would have such a lasting effect?
Everyone.
Yeah, you're like the last one to know.
That is so funny. Okay, so once again, if anybody wants to become to get involved with this, go to VOinbox.com. If you want to set up a one-on-one with Jonathon, he'll run through the program with you if your questions aren't answered. He's very upfront with everything. He'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. There's not really too much bad or ugly with this. I mean, Terry opened his wallet. That's got to tell you something. That's going to tell you something right there, you know?
I heard that creaking on Monday.
You know? I didn't have to sneak
it open.
I didn't have to sneak this by the CFO. Yeah. Moths. He's got old Confederate money
first.
in there.
Yeah, I'd like to
have
mention
small face hundreds.
Yeah.
Let me mention your code again. It's just TMI.
Nice and
not
easy.
Case sensitive, just TMI. And that'll get you in your first month of your subscription an extra free 25.
Yeah.
It'll get you 10 tokens in the VO leads as well, right?
No, everybody gets 10 free credits at VO leads when they sign up. They'll get an additional 25 if they decide that VO leads is for them and they want to do a subscription over there. They'll also get an additional 25 credits on their first month of their subscription. So it's based on the subscriptions.
I think DF hit this right on the horn. Way to go. Sounds more like the good, the better, and the bestest. Yeah. There you go. Nice. Jonathon, our time is almost up here, man. This hour has gone by so quick. Is there anything that you want to get out? And this has been one of the most calm, non-off the rail.
I was just going to say that. We didn't go off the rails at all.
Yeah.
We actually talked about marketing this time.
I think it's Rebecca Lee. I think Rebecca's the problem.
Maybe.
I'm sure
I'm not saying. I'm just,
though.
you know.
You guys all been blaming me for these years. Shame on you.
Here's the last thing I would say. I would say this. The biggest mistake people make in marketing their VO business is not getting started.
Yeah.
And, marketing of your business is not something that you try. It's something that you do. You have to. And you can't rely just on the pay-to-plays or agents, and you know that, and everybody knows that. So I've tried to design a couple of platforms that solve that for just about everybody.
So basically, if you want to do it yourself, VO Leads gives you the opportunity to go to buy credits and get the leads that are out there and do the mining yourself. Or if you are like me and Terry and now Jen, who don't like to do stuff and pay other people to do it, and we're at that point in our careers where we can to better the career, then go with VOinbox. And I love the fact that you vet people first before you get them in there, because it doesn't do any of us any good. It does us a disservice if all of a sudden people are contacting that aren't ready, because you need to be ready to market. Right. You have to have the website. You have to have the professional demos. You have to be able to come through with the goods, because you're hitting the ground running.
Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And I will meet. In fact, I have met personally every single client of both platforms. So I will meet with you. I'll talk about what your goals are. I'll talk about what the platforms can and can't do. They just click the blue button on either homepage to book a discovery call.
All right, cool. Jonathon Grant, VOinbox.com. Jonathon, thank you so much for being with us. And remember, if you go there to join up, use the code TMI, and you'll get an extra 25 leads your first month out. So, TMI,
I got
3
mine.
letters. Yeah, there you go. I got mine too. So
I just want to know why nobody told me about this 8 months ago.
We just found out last week. That's why he's on the show now. I mean, we just found out like a week and a half ago. So yeah, I
You're
blame
like the
Troy.
best kept secret in the industry.
Troy Holden's known about this for a while. Okay, Troy, I'm calling you out, Troy.
Okay.
I'm calling you out, Troy. Yeah, Troy's known about
You're
this
gonna
for a
get a
while.
message from me tomorrow.
Yeah, but don't use his code. Use TMI. That's
Use
the
our
code to use. Yeah,
Oh no, I'm not using his code. I'm gonna message him and be like, dude, you're holding out on me.
Where's the bestie love? Jesus.
Great.
Jonathan, thank you so much, man. We'll be talking real
having me.
soon, and you have a great night, okay? If you want to hang out, hang out. We'll talk after the show. If not, just be quiet until we get back. That's all. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Let's go here now. All right, Jen, one last time. Let's go over what's happening with the besties and Love for Liz.
All right, I'm going to pull my graphic up so I can see it. And, okay. Love for Liz, Besties Benefit, Tuesday, August 25th from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 to 10 Eastern. We have live audition feedback in the first hour from Kim Herden, Jim Kennelly, Brandon Marks, Suzanne Spaziani, and, of course, the 3 besties. You can get in on that live audition feedback by filling out the form and paying $25 per entry. You can enter as many times as you would like with as many of the scripts as you would like. Raffle items are $10 each or 6 for $50. We've got coaching, we've got Canva, we've got demo review with Portia Scott, custom LinkedIn banners, public speaking coaches, Live-O classes, TMI workshop with seats. We're doing an auction live, Demo Dream Team, JMC demo, Terry Daniel demo, Brandon Keener demo, the Tina Marasco Library, tickets for Get Out of Your Booth, VO Atlanta 2026, eVocation 2025, and those all start at about 1/5 of the actual cost.
That's
so
great.
You could come away with like an amazing deal on some of those things. And we are also auctioning off a Roswell MK87 mic, which has now become a favorite, I think, of all 3 of us, and Mike, and I know Alicia loves hers, and my custom mic should be here any day now. I had to wait for my color to come back in stock. Anyway, VOBothBesties.com. Register for the Zoom link because you do have to be present to win. There's also, I don't think I mentioned it, there's also a GoFundMe if you aren't available to attend the live event on Tuesday night. Again, all of that information, all of those links are at VOBothBesties.com, and you'll see a benefit tab, and everything is right there. And we hope that you will all participate and show your love for Liz.
Yeah. And you're going to put the link and all that on our TMI page throughout the weekend, and just to remind people that it's happening with a link to the Besties website, VO Besties. What was it? VOBothBesties.com?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And that Roswell mic, wow, Matthew's done something great with that microphone.
He is amazing. He
Yeah.
really is.
I've heard from our 2 listeners that won them with the TMI Christmas and July giveaway, and they love it. Absolutely love the microphone. It's my go-to when I'm not using the shotgun.
Also,
And I saw AJ did the shootout. Yeah.
Oh, AJ did the shootout too?
AJ did the shootout, and I couldn't tell at all which one was which.
Mike did a shootout with the 103, and he did high pass. He did it with the high pass filter and without the high pass filter, and I don't think any of us got both correct as to what mic was Mike. So and for $450.
Yeah, I think they start like 460.
Yeah, 460. But yeah.
Now, if you're kind of like, then you have to customize it, then it's a little bit more. But
not much.
It's something you're going to have forever, and it's worth it, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I agree.
All right, kids, time for us to say goodbye to all our family. TMI,
thank you for
TMI.
hanging out with us today, Jen. We appreciate you stepping in.
Thank you for having me in again.
And if we have to really go like legit sometime, we'll just get rid of Rebecca and call you in. Hell, when I say legit, I mean, I can mark.
To stay on the rails.
Rebecca is what makes us legit.
Too legit to quit. She does, but I can mark this one safe for children on YouTube.
Yes, because I only said F-bomb. I didn't actually say the F-bomb.
That's the first time I can fucking do that. Son of a bitch!
Oh,
what the fuck? Jeez, shit, mother.
Damn it, Jim.
Ah!